Hey, Boat Doctor here out in this gentleman's nice thunderjet. Okay, I got your autopilot working. I sprayed it down with corrosion X, this can right here. And I'll bring the remote. I calibrated that for you. That wasn't calibrated. So I sprayed that on it right there, down. See how you got the gunk right there still? That keeps that less sticky. And now say I want to go over, say to the right here, we're at 37 degrees. I hit this button right here. That'll bring it 47 degrees over. I set your response time on that. So the windier it gets, sometimes you got to speed up the response. Sometimes it's calm. You got to kick down that response. Now right now I'm going east and west, and then we get a north wind. So this is where it's kind of tricky sometimes. Keep this bow, because that motor in theory should be probably dropped another 2 inches, but you got to be careful that you cut that bracket if you do that, so that fits down there. So you got to cut it all the way down to where it's flat like that, because what it's doing is blowing out of the water when you're trying to turn this, or if you're in big waves. See if I speed this up a little bit on speed, which I did by this right here. Now it's 47. I'm going to go 10 more. I can either hit this button here or just hold this. Then it goes over. See how it's blowing out there? So that's what I'm saying. That can throw you sometimes. But a tug went by and I went in at a 45 to see if it would lock over, and it didn't do that. So now it's just that you're not getting the grip. So sometimes on a tight turn and stuff, you may want to slow that speed down a little bit. See how we're holding there? I'm going to go over to like 63. So I'm going to hit this to where it says 63. That should take me right underneath that bridge, which it's doing. 64 degrees. This one you can't go by so much. It's sometimes 10 off, because that's course instead of heading. And I have to go off the heading, no GPS or no tachometer on the settings. So this is right on the money where you should be. And then of course, if you point this, if you watch, like say I get this, you got to go fast. So when you bring this up, you just point and push. See how it changed it over to 58 degrees? If I want to go over there, I pick this up, I turn it real quick, I hit it. See how it's going to turn us? So you can just point and turn. But see how that kind of blew out of the water on that turn? But I slowed that speed down. Now what you want to do too is, like say right now, go over 10. It's going to bring me over 10 degrees, or I can hit the button, or if I just want to go 1, I can hit 1 there, or just hold it until you see that teardrop move over like 10 degrees. Now if I want to go over, I just go like this and click it. See how it moved it way over there? But it almost started blowing out. So I mean, this is right on, it's on the money. So now say I wanted to do a U-turn, I can go into the right here, engage U-turn. I can hit select. There's a U-turn, but it's going to take me over that way. See how it kind of blew out a little? I can change that too. Adjust directions. I can go over here to port. Now it's going to, see how it locked there, like you were saying, but it ain't locked. I can tell by just the sound. It's trying to correct that U-turn now. So it's working like it should. And you'll see, but if I speed this up, it makes it easier for this autopilot if I do. But we're doing it. Now sometimes what you can do is let that bow mount down. If you're running that and you're going this way, you can run the autopilot there, or just have this going straight to keep the bow straight, and then run that motor as for your speed in your autopilot. See how I'm turning the other way and it's working? And now that thing should kick back and hold a, see we're almost done with the U-turn right there. So now it should go into heading hold. That teardrop should line up with the blue right there. And if I look at the motor, see how it's straight back there? And it ain't moving real fast. So now I'm looking at this right here, how it moves. It's real slow back and forth. But if that motor really starts working or is not holding course, sometimes you got to speed it up, or you can go into menu, you can go to response time. And you can change that. I'm going to go to like 2, see what happens. I'm going to watch this. See, so right there, it's not bad. is holding, it's not moving away from that, so I'm just going to leave it on that. And again, if I want to go 10 over, I just hit this one. See how it blew out just for a second? So if that, you need, the motor should be lowered. And I'm going to slow it down a little bit, and then I'm going to go over about another 10, and then I'm going to change it like to 250. There. That should line me up with the markers. See how that motor just holding you there? And that's what I'm looking at. Give it some time, make sure that that thing ain't jumping back and forth. It's pretty much holding, that's holding. So anyway, I had to go in there and set some settings. And then if you can't go into this, like setup, right here, and you hit select and you don't see dealer autopilot, you need that I had to recalibrate this. So everything's recalibrated, but you can go down to preferred source system, and then you can hit select, then you go down to system information, hit select. Then what you do is this one dealer mode would be here, you'd hold that for 5 seconds, and then that would give you that dealer mode. And then you can just back right up out of this right here. So now I'm going to go another 10. Boom. Okay, so then on this, of course, if I want to do a circle, these are, you can pre-program 1, 2, and 3. Or you can go into here, I want to turn it back around. So I want to do a pattern steer, hit this. I want to go do a circle, hit this. I want to engage, I want to go to the port side. Now, I got it set for 2 minutes. Sometimes if you got it set for too much, but you should be able to do a minute. That's why I'm saying that motor should be lower down. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and then I'm going to see when it blows out. Now it's on a 2-minute circle. You can go 5-minute circle. It takes you longer to make the turn for tuna fishing. But I think if you lower that, you'd notice a big difference because it's going to bite. But the autopilot is actually working really good right now. So anyway, we're going to do a circle. Then as soon as we do that, we can just hit engage. We're doing 3.8. I can speed it up a little bit more. So real tight, like a U-turn, that's why they don't really have a response time, because they don't want that thing just winging back on you, because it'd probably blow out. Now here's what you got to remember. As soon as you quit, like if I hit this button here, then I'm going to hit engage again. I want to hit this throttle button as fast as I can, because I don't want that motor to be locked over for a long period of time. See, now we're at 63. I can actually go over here, 69, go over here, 62, there, perfect. 63 would put me right underneath. Okay, I got her done for you, buddy. Just keep that steering rod lubed up with some corrosion X, because nothing sticks to that. I set that with my own compass that I carry with me, so I know it's right on the money. And like I say, that is not going to line up. It's going to get close sometimes, but say you're drifting a little bit, then you got to speed it up, or you got to change that response time. All right, this is Boat Doctor. Thanks for letting me take your boat out. Boat Doctor out.